We have academic. I think it's honesty. I don't know the full name. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, welcome, academic. How are you doing?
Hello. Sorry it was noisy earlier.
No problem. How are you doing, my friend? And welcome.
I'm okay. I'm okay. It's been many months since I haven't spoken with you all.
Yes, I recognize your voice.
So what are we discussing today?
Well, it's kind of an open discussion. There is nothing specific right now. Even though the coming videos are going to be on politics and cultural issues, religious issues, very different kind of topics we will be having, and it's going to, of course, be in English because I want many people to watch and understand the videos. But today it's most about, you can say free. It can be anything. It's your choice. Right now, we were just talking something about Islam, a book of Islam, Hadith. But of course, if you have something on your mind that you would love to mention or say, then go for it.
Okay, recently I was discussing with my friends on Messenger app. I was discussing how the God of the Bible, Yahweh,
Yeah.
destroyed Ramses II. According to the text, he utterly destroyed him. But how is it possible that he doesn't destroy Hitler? That was my question. So basically, according to the text, he rained down pestilence on
Yeah.
Ramses II.
Yeah.
And it's compared to a man of war because the Old Testament calls him a man of war. Basically, a man in a tank shooting missiles, coming out and then shooting his rifles and throwing explosives. So if he rained such terrible destruction on Ramses, why did he not destroy Hitler?
Exactly.
Because
That is my, yeah.
Hitler, basically, the end of Hitler was that he was surrounded by his enemies. So he took his own life.
That's what they say. Yes,
So
absolutely.
basically, now the question is, Hitler is worse than Ramses because Hitler is known as the genocider.
Yes.
So if this Yahweh is true and is a real, objectively real God for the Jews, why did he not destroy Hitler the way he destroyed Ramses?
This is a very good point because I have raised this issue as well. And I say this for all the Abrahamic religions, all of them, that God came and sent these different messiahs or leaders to different, like Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad, for their people to save them and this and that. But where is the Messiah now? Why, or where is the God now? Why is Allah not, or their God, the Yahweh, or the one you're mentioning, why have they not rescued their people who are suffering around the world? I mentioned, you mentioned the Hitler. I have the other example, like the Muslims in Palestine and in China who are suffering. Where is Allah, for example, for them as well? Why is it that he is not coming down and listening to their prayers and helping them out? And you're absolutely to the point that where was the God of Jews when they were being killed the way they were being killed by Hitler, very, very horrifically, very bad? Where was their great God? Or does their great God, and I mean for every Abrahamic gods, that does the story only exist in the books to scare people, to control them? Because in my point of view, because I left Islam for a reason, because I don't see any God, I didn't see my God helping my people at that time, meaning the Muslims. So you bring a very good point, and my view is for all Abrahamic religions, all their gods, whether it's a Yahweh or Allah, because they have connection with one another. You're right. Where are the gods? Why are they not helping their people? Because every single one of them have suffered in their own way. So you are bringing a very good point, legit point, which we did also bring up, and we will also be picking it up again on our stream together, me and Uzma. Uzma, you want to say something on this?
No, you said very well, India ji. That's the question. comes in the mind that, like, why the Yahweh and the God and Jesus and no, and Allah in the case as well, like, I used to call Allah like for help, but he never showed up. But the thing is, like, that's a good question.
So many of us, well, most of us were religious before, so we come from that background, whether we've studied the Bible or the Quran. So we face unanswered prayers, and there comes a time and point where we need to ask: shall we continue facing these unanswered prayers? Should we be satisfied with these prayers that are not answered? Out of 100 prayers, not even two are answered.
Mm.
It's like a prayer. Prayers, like, it's very, like, I mean, it's a personal and individual thing, because lots of people, they've been praying for a long time, but they believe that one day their God gonna listen to that prayer, and sometimes it happens as well, like, what they ask for. um, but whether they should continue praying or not, that's totally their choice, and I think we should let them, because we can't force them to stop praying, or we stop, whatever they're believing. Even we are not forcing Muslim people to leave Islam. We are just asking them to read, understand, and then if they want to follow, but informed decision should be, there, like, because lots of Muslim also don't read the Quran and don't know, they're just following blindly. So our channel and our motive is like to make them realize that to read, at least read their own books, and whether they pray or whether they want to follow, it's their choice. We're not going to be forcing anyone just because something is not happening or prayer not been answered. We can't ask anybody, in my opinion, we can't ask anyone to stop praying or stop believing, you know yes, go ahead.
You see, we have real life heroes that actually do save us, human beings, ordinary human beings like us. For example, where there's terror attacks, you have anti-terrorist group. These are people that take an oath to protect us. These are our true heroes. Look at the doctors that
Yeah.
do medical intervention, medical help for us. They're the ones that are our saviors, real human beings that are our saviors. Without the anti-terrorist group, how will we be saved from those who violate our rights?
Hmm. See, our real heroes are in our home. It doesn't have to be like a big event. Our mom and dad are real hero. Our brothers, sisters, like, and our nurses, our staff members, and our any profession, we are like having a real hero. um, People do respect them, and they should respect them. Yeah. uh, but the, in your the question you were saying, whether they should follow or no, whether they should stop if the prayer is not answered or something. We can't say that, like, like, I mean, I can't ask them to stop praying. Your praying is not been answered. Let them do it, because they feel from inside their heart, they feel satisfied, and it's individual person decision, as long as they're not hurting anybody else, a human, like they're not beheading and they're not committing suicide, kind of like that.
Religion and prayers do offer some kind of comfort for people,
Yeah.
but also it also leads to subjectivity, subjective morality, where they take it to the extreme. They think they're doing the right thing. They think they are pleasing their gods by doing certain things, and they are
Yeah.
harming other human beings.
There is a book, like, the books written, uh just like Quran and Hadith. If that they remove the Quran and Hadith, or even we can't remove completely, Even if they have become aware of it, what is in it, what is written in there, what is the meaning of Arabic and translation, I think we will be successful little bit in that way, to give them, show them that what is written there in their book. The books are a problem. They're fighting over the book, what is written in there, Quran and Hadith.
Hmm.
If you see, like, if people, some people, like, when it comes with the Muslim people, I don't blame them. But the thing is, like, because I was a Muslim, India ji was a Muslim before, but the way we have been trained, the way we have, the culture taught us, sometimes the family member teach us, like, taught us about the what is in the Quran, whatever. We don't read it, but the thing is, like, the main thing, the problem is reading book, the book Quran and Hadith. If they remove the Quran and Hadith from their life, I think there is a chance to become a better person, human being.
I
Absolutely.
think that there, I think that there should be more control, like from the authorities, because if you look at police and the government, they should increase and exercise more power, because they are the ones who actually stop all these violations. So the power lies in the government and the police.
Are you talking about politically? Yes. What do you say about India ji, about that politics? Government has a power.
You can,
You know what? In before you say, like, there's one thing. Sorry, India ji. There's one thing.
Gigi,
In terms of the Islam, it's all about the power as well. Because with the
exactly.
exactly, they actually will actually uh, look at the Taliban, and like that, like, I'm not that much into the politics, but the thing is, I heard that they're getting the help from US. I mean, how they are buying all the weapons? Who's giving them money? And because of the money, and I mean, it's just Allah or Muhammad only in the on the tongue. If they somebody give money, they will forget their Allah and Muhammad as well. They just need money and power.
It's a very good point that you are mentioning, because we will be going in depth with that. Because if you look at the war between Yemen and Saudi Arabia, there are two Muslim countries battling one another. The war there, we will cover that issue as well. And one has to think about how come, for example, Saudi Arabia is spending their money, precious money, on weapons, and trying to hurt their own people in the sense the Muslim people. So where is the loyalty among themselves? um, if you look at what is happening in Syria, if you study and you look at, because that is something we will cover as well, the incident over there, the situation there, the reason for the fight over there, and the problem at the border of Syria and Turkey, the problem happening inside Turkey between the Kurds and the Turkish people. It's unbelievable, and many people, they don't know the real story, which me and Uzma will be covering this on our channels. We will be running it together so everyone can watch it on both platforms. Um, so we will be covering these issues as well. There was a war in Iraq, for example. Why did it happen? Was it legit? Was there a real reason? All of these things we will be actually covering up. So it's not only going to be a matter of Islam this and that. It's going to be in depth of what is happening worldwide. And the thing that Uzma mentioned, yes, US has this, I believe, it's my opinion, that they have a big business when it comes to selling weapons, because I
Yeah.
think that is how they earn their main money. I believe that is, I have noticed, because whenever there is a democratic president, I personally feel it's like they start wars. They don't stop wars. We had Donald Trump, and he actually pulled all the soldiers out of different countries, and he said, why should we start? Why should we interact? Why should we even intervene in other people's fights when it has nothing to do with us, which is legit? So he was thinking about making money in a different way. But if you look at the history of US, they have more than just once started or meddled in other people's countries. They have started, I would not necessarily say started, but they have not help the country in a way that you can say, okay, they are selling weapons for the right reasons, or they're trying to help people for the right reasons. But the problem is with US, they intervene, but they abandon the country, and then they just leave them the way, halfway, you can say. So we will be covering that for sure. So yes, so look forward to that, I would say, academic.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that
We
because
look
I was talking about government that is secular humanist government. You mentioned democratic government. That is the solution.
And we will be going into all of this, like which government system would be compatible with people living today in this, on this planet. Because some people say democratic is a good system, somebody say, communist system is good, somebody says third system. So we will be looking into it, what could be excellent way to run the world, the different countries in one system. So not now, but we will be doing it in the near future. We have multiple topics, I think endless topics. So I will also be giving you my Instagram link and my email for you to send me ideas if you want to, if you want me and Uzma to cover a topic. And I will also be giving in the description box Uzma's YouTube channel link and her Instagram, so you can subscribe and follow her on her platform as well. So thank you, academic, for being here. Thank you so much.
No problem. I look forward to talking to you again.
Of course, our pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciate. And we also have research scholar. Research scholar, what's on your mind? Please do share.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm from India.
You are from India?
Hello, good evening. Yeah, yeah. Good evening to all.
Sorry?